Hello, my dear listeners and viewers. My name is Kishore Ganesh, and this is the Vocal About Arsenal podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the first home game of Arsenal of the 25-26 season against Leeds. Let's start with the lineups. Madueke started ahead of Martinelli. And is this a sign of things to come? I think so. Martinelli, in fact, didn't feature at all in the match, even though Saka got injured and Madueke moved to the right. It was Trossard who came on to fill the forward slot. That said, our season is a long one, so there will be plenty of minutes to go around. But at the same time, I don't want Martinelli's market value to tank if we decide to sell him or if he decides to go, because our starter may not be okay with being a squad player. Can we sell him and get a massive pile of cash that we can splurge on a world class left winger? That would be ideal, wouldn't it? I don't know whether it was Madueke's presence or whether it was something Arteta wanted to try, but a lot of the play was happening on the left hand side. Maybe it was a lack of Ben White and the presence of Calafiori, but much of the game flowed down that channel. I reckon the idea was to eventually switch it to Saka at the last moment. Gyokeres had some teething problems with some missed chances, but he grew into the game gloriously by scoring two goals. The first was a classic striker's goal, running into space, exploiting an empty channel, and delivering that killer finish only strikers can. The second, the penalty, had a sickening thump to it. A few more gym sessions, and maybe the ball pierces the net itself. What a powerful shot it was. Odegaard's injury was definitely a worry, but after hearing reports that both Saka and Odegaard's injuries weren't as bad as feared, gave me some peace of mind. But then again, is this just in time for Eze? We'll circle back to Eze in a bit. Staying on Odegaard, he was lively in the match, taking two shots, though none were on target. Moving on to Declan Rice, once again, it was his magical in-swinger from the corner that led to our first goal by Jurien Timber. That goal calmed a very terse, broken and chaotic half of football because we simply weren't able to control the game before then. Timber's goal came in the 34th minute and helped us massively. Following this, Saka scored a killer goal from close range with his right foot, and it was glorious to watch. Not to mention that Saka was my FPL captain, so that really made me happy. Saka seemed a bit muted in this match, similar to the United game. I don't know if his injury was something that was persisting for a while, but the lack of spotlight on him from the build-up standpoint makes me wonder. It could be down to a different system that we're trying to implement now that Gyokeres is in the team, or it could be that he had a niggle and the team was trying to protect him. Whatever it is, I hope his injury is short term and our star boy is back because we need him to go for all the trophies. A final thought on the injuries we have been suffering since last season. Arsenal are a serious team. We are trying to go for trophies, but I'm just getting a bit tired of our luck that has been so abysmally bad that our players keep dropping like flies. At least this season, the window is still open and we are keen on spending. But man, I shudder to think where my mind space would be without Eze to cover for Saka or Odegaard if either one is available for a longish period. Speaking of Eze, man, he got a welcome and a half. Fans recognize both his talent and his journey, one that is built on hard work, never losing hope, and continuously honing his craft. As much as people love the Messi type stories, I'm more of a fan of the Ezes of the world. I can't wait for him to star for us on the field. Segueing into debuts, probably the only ovation greater than Eze's was for the 15-year-old Max Dauman. It was electric, and man, did Dauman do justice to that welcome. He was bright, confident, and his presence felt natural on a Premier League pitch. I mean, who does this at 15? And not to mention, he won a penalty on his debut. A ridiculous talent, sending only good vibes and prayers for him to grow into one of, if not the best in the world. Another debut was Christian Mosquera, who came on for Jurien Timber and ably held the fort to help us get our second clean sheet of the season. His abilities are probably why Jakub Kiwior is looking for a way out of Arsenal, with Porto rumored to be in the race to sign him. And finally, I want to end this pod on the youngest player ever to make a debut for Arsenal, and no, it's not Max Dowman. It is still Ethan Vanieri. When Odegaard came off in the 38th minute and Arsenal needed a sub, Arteta threw Ethan into the mix, and he stepped up like it was nothing. Mind you, at this point, we were still just one goal up. We still needed creativity and goals, and Ethan slotted in like it's nobody's business. In fact, it was Ethan competing for the ball that led to Timber winning it back, who then assisted Saka for his goal. If you are an 18-year-old who signed your first contract just a few weeks back, this is the stuff of dreams. Not just to play in the best league in the world, but to do it for the club that made you at a time when they're going for the title. Some dreams do come true, and I hope Ethan's, and by extension Arsenal's, and thereby ours, come true. Once again, my name is Kishore Ganesh. This is the Vocal About Arsenal podcast. Thanks for your time. I'll see you in the next one.